Last time on the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive. 40 boats, including Ranger Mercury Pro John Hoyer, launched onto Lake Erie. Leading wire to wire, Hoyer dominated the 3-day season-ending championship, winning by more than 10 pounds and earning his second overall title in 4 years.
I ended on a very high note last year at Lake Erie. Ended up winning that tournament, which was a dream come true. Not necessarily for winning the tournament. I've won 2 other tournaments, but the way that it went down was literally a dream come true. Dwayne Gell, my travel partner, he ended up finishing second in that tournament and clinching Angler of the Year. So we had one heck of a party.
Yeah, I still think about it all the time. Still crazy to think about, honestly. After the first couple finishes of last year, Detroit, I kind of fell flat on my face. Chamberlain, I didn't have the best showing there either. And I don't know if that's what just kind of sparked something and gave me a little bit of extra motivation. But yeah, I had a couple of really great finishes after that, and everything fell into place. And just super grateful, and it's honestly amazing to think about how I finished last year.
And now, stepping into the 2023 season, the Tour is launching stop number 1 from the heartland of America in Spring Valley on the Illinois River. With cold conditions and low visibility, the river has been a challenge for anglers, and most are going into day 1 just hoping to squeak by with a limit.
You know, being able to catch a good limit of fish to get the season started is going to be important, because A, I got to make the championship on my favorite body of water, Devil's Lake, and B, if I could be in contention for Angler of the Year, I could win a brand new Ranger boat just for that. So that's the pressure of this first tournament.
John is referring to the all-new Progressive Insurance Angler of the Year program. Working with Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, at the end of the season, the Tour is upping the reward for the overall points leader, along with cash payouts to the top of the field.
The new program for Angler of the Year is going to be a brand new Ranger 620. So it's, you know, in the past it was basically free entries for the following year. And now they changed things up a little bit, and now we're fishing for a brand new boat. So definitely a lot more motivation.
You know, we got to be happy. We're fishing for a lot of money in each event, and now if you have the best year out of anyone, you get a pretty darn good prize there too.
That's a huge deal. That's the goal for probably everybody fishing the tournament. So that's what we're shooting for. This tournament's going to throw a little bit of, a wrench in my game. So we'll see what happens.
Coming off a cold winter, the Illinois River is running just above pool. Water temps are in the low 40s, and though visibility has been poor, anglers are finding pockets of clearing water.
Usually they're eating real good right now, but the cold weather we've had the last week has kind of shut them down a little bit.
You know, that water temp is really cold right now, and the female saugers are a little bit behind schedule.
Getting down to business, we've got 117 boats on the water this week. And we'll start things off with our reigning Angler of the Year, Dwayne Jelm and co-angler Jeff Sass. Fishing a jig and minnow combination, they've got the area to themselves. And after making a couple of minor adjustments, they're boating fish.
All right, we might not leave.
Fires.
Keep them down low. We made a pretty critical little adjustment there, I think. This morning we were missing a lot of fish. And I generally don't like running stinger hooks, but we were just missing too many fish. They'd thump it, whatever. We'd have them on for just a couple seconds and then they'd get off. And we just made a switch and put stinger hooks on. And if it wasn't for the stinger hook, we wouldn't have caught that one either. So I think that was a pretty critical adjustment. And we're just gonna keep peppering this spot, and hopefully we can pick up one more fish.
Needing one fish to fill their limit.
Come on,
Dwayne
baby.
Sets the hook.
Can you get in the back?
Readies for the scoop.
Get him. Come on. Beautiful fish. Holy cow. That's a lottery fish for sure.
And with that, your reigning Angler of the Year has 5. Moving on, we'll catch up with John Hoyer and co-angler Hunter Havitt.
Come on.
Fishing in a crowd, Hoyer is pulling crankbaits.
This is a random big rock pile here. It comes up to 9 feet. I saw one on my side imaging, and I slid in there, and he literally hooked it instantly. So good news that they're biting doing that.
Minutes later, Hoyer digs in and scoops up his limit fish.
Oh boy. Clutch.
tough fishing this week. He is happy with 5.
You know, there was recently an NWC tournament here. The weights kind of reflect the tough bite. So I'm mentally prepared to go out there and just be happy with, 5 keepers. My first goal is literally to catch 1 keeper. After that, I want 5 legal fish both days. That's really my goal going into this.
Back at the Spring Valley Boat Club, checking in on the top 5. South Dakota pro Brian Bashore put 5 on the scales for 11:04. He'll wrap up the day in 5th.
We're just pulling some lead and some small crankbaits, and it's slow as a ticket here. The water's dirty, it's cold. 2 bad combinations. It did clear up today, is why we fished that spot. I noticed it was a little cleaner, but we just trolled and just stuck with it, grounded out all day.
Your 2022 Angler of the Year, Dwayne Jelm, is starting his season with a bang, weighing 11:06. Dewey is in 4th.
11 pounds and 6 ounces here at the Spring Valley Boat Club in Spring Valley, Illinois.
Local pro J.J. DiBernardi knows these waters well. With some success on the NWC, he's back on top and in contention, weighing 11:07. 2015 Angler of the Year Mark Kortz is a threat on nearly every body of water he fishes. With 5 for 11:14, he's in 2nd going into day 2. Reigning champ John Hoyer wowed the crowd when he stepped up to the scales with the biggest bag of the day.
Needs to beat 11.7 right now to take the top spot. You happy with that?
Well, yeah, it'd be nice to have over 11.7.
12.15, your new leader. 12.15. Grab a couple of those fish, hold them up. You guys worked hard for those fish. 12 pounds, 15 ounces. Your new leaders here.
I would have been happy with 12 pounds in 2 days, honestly, after the way practice went. So anything I can add to that will be awesome.
With Hoyer on top, here's a look at the rest of the top 10 on your Bass Pro and Cabela's leaderboard. The 2023 season of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour, presented by Progressive, is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury Outboards, go boldly. Coming up, we'll launch day 2 from Spring Valley on the Illinois River.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
But at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road.
Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
Welcome back to the Spring Valley Boat Club in Spring Valley, Illinois. Our first stop of the 2023 season.
All right, anglers, about ready to kick off the second and final day of the 2023 Bass Pro.
It's been a tough bite on the Illinois River. A strong front this week seems to have affected the fish, and as expected, we saw low weights across the board. Starting the morning in 2nd, this is Harris, Minnesota's Mark Kortz.
Yeah, we're just looking forward to getting out there and putting our heads down. It's a grind no matter where you're at in the system. It's just literally keeping your head down, paying attention to your electronics and watching what's going on. These fish move up and down off some of these flats. You know, one day they'll be out, pushed off, and the next day they'll be up on top. One day they'll be located on the front side of the flat, next day they'll be on the downside. So just paying attention to those details is the biggest key.
Almost game time.
This is 2022 NWT champ Wazeda, Minnesota's John Hoyer.
Subdued excitement right now. Talking to my buddy Corey. He's won a river event before, and I think it was a surprise to him on the Mississippi. Kind of came in, everybody else struggled. I think that was his first win of that year. He ended up with 2 of them, so kind of been going through my head. Anything could happen, literally. And if we go out there and happen to catch another big one, it could get pretty funny at the weigh-in. So I'm pumped.
Back in position with Day 2 co-angler Ralph Janzer, John is setting up the same program. Though admittedly not a fan of trolling, he knows the drill. Pulling crankbaits, it doesn't take the Ranger Mercury Pro long to pick up his first, then second fish of the day.
14-incher.
With a 1-pound advantage in what surely will shape up to be the toughest bite of the year, Hoyer knows that a limit of 14-inch saugers won't be enough. He'll need that kicker walleye to fill out his bag, give him a real shot.
So we got 2 things going on. I know the river level is dropping, the flow is going down, but you know, yesterday my trick was I was kind of the shallowest guy on average, like 12 or 13 feet, and there was just fish all over in there. So today it's pretty much devoid, at least the areas I've looked. But I keep catching myself going out because I'm marking fish out deeper. So now we're out in the kind of 17 to 18 foot. I can feel there's a little bit of a current seam out here. So I don't know a lot about sauger, but I know they're not scared of deeper water. So I'm gonna give it a little time here, but we're pretty much done with this stretch after this pass if we don't catch a couple or I see more of them.
We'll check back with Hoyer in a bit. Moving on down to the dam, this is Dwayne Jelm. Launching in 4th, the Pierre, South Dakota Pro has struggled this morning.
I'm just gonna lengthen my dropper up a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna switch out the plastic on there. Maybe run a little bit bigger bait, a little bit bigger profile. Need to do something different. We haven't caught a fish in a couple hours. I mean, honestly, going into this tournament, I was just looking for 5 bites a day or 5 fish a day, and I mean, we got a decent bag today, but nothing like yesterday. We need to catch a couple big fish in these last couple hours and try to make a move. We're just gonna stay in the same area and just keep going back and forth and really trying to find. It seems like once you find like a little school or a little area of fish, if you can just kind of keep working it for 10-15 minutes, and fish will continue the fire. But we haven't hit one of them schools here for the last hour or so.
Keep up with the tour on both Facebook and Instagram. And to check out past shows, download the Outdoor Action app and stream all the action from the tour on any mobile device. Coming up, we'll get back on the water and wrap up Day 2 before heading to weigh-in. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive is brought to you by Progressive. By Triton Boats, we take America fishing. By American Fishing Tackle Company. And by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats and the Nitro Rewards Program.
Any fish, any water.
She grew up fast. Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
A rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro. A big water beast. A pure fishing machine. Nitro. Release the champion within.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
Welcome back to stop number 1 of the 2023 season of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive. We're in the Illinois River Valley in north central Illinois.
The Illinois Valley, we call it, we're made up of about 26 communities. Outdoor recreation is kind of our bread and butter. We've got golf, we've got hiking, we've got kayaking, we've got rafting, whatever it is, we've got something to take care of folks. We're excited to have the National Walleye Tour in town. We hope to see you all back, and hopefully other people want to come out and see what this place is all about. We love it, and we'd love to have them. If you want to find out more about the area, you can visit the Illinois Valley Area Chamber of Commerce's webpage at ivaced.org, that's ivaced.org, or check out any of the city web pages. There's plenty of information out there, and we'd love to have you, get you more information if you need it.
Back on the Illinois River and Day 2 tournament coverage, this is Harris, Minnesota Pro and 2015 Angler of the Year, Mark Kortz. Trolling crankbaits has been one of the key programs this week, but it's those micro adjustments in presentation that can make all the difference in picking up not only bites, but picking up those key bites that can separate you from the field.
17-incher. Fish number 3, 17 inches. You see these fish sitting off to the side, so there's a couple fish right there. That's what we're looking for. We're just weaving back on these spawning flats, looking for these fish, trying to pay attention. So that was fish number 4. We've got 3 right at 17, 1 female. Now we're just gonna keep grinding away, keep upgrading all day.
This is Sioux Falls, South Dakota Pro Brian Bashore. Launching this morning in 5th, Brian and co-angler Tyler Krupa are on the move. They've got 4 in their Nitro live well. Plenty of time left on the clock.
Started off pretty good, decent morning. Got at least 1 or 2 fish on every pass. They're just a little smaller today than they have been, but you know we can cull, so let's get them in the box and upgrade. So we got 3 little ones, and we got probably 2.5 pounder, 2 1/4 a little bit ago. But it's definitely died off here at about 10 o'clock or so. A lot more boat traffic's come down the river. Not sure why, but they just kind of stopped biting. But they'll turn back on here, I think, a little bit. Rain's coming, that might fire them up.
Back on your Day 1 leader, John Hoyer and co-angler Ralph Janzer. Fishing in a crowd, Hoyer has a hook in one. Ralph reaches the net. Making the scoop, that is fish number 5 on the day.
Nice. There's too many boats around to be really excited right now, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited. 15.5. A lot of stuff going on here. We've made 2 adjustments today. One was deeper, that got us a few little ones. Our bridge paid off for I think our biggest fish of the day. And then slid over here where I caught one nice one, my 3rd biggest fish of the day yesterday. And caught one right away, and then the boat in front of us caught one too. So I just button hooked back. We're just gonna short pass it because his looked pretty nice. Ours was a female, so kind of nice about having 4 3-ways in. You can just reel them up real quick and do a short pass right back through, because as I saw yesterday, when the little pods fire, you just watch, anyone who goes through there will catch one. That was supposed to be like an 8-pounder.
With back-to-back limits under tough and changing conditions, Hoyer has done what he set out to do. But is it enough? With a handful of events left in the season, there's still time to get in on the top-rated walleye tour in the country. Visit nationalwalletetour.com for schedules, information, and registration. And don't forget to keep up with us on Facebook and Instagram. This portion of the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's National Walleye Tour presented by Progressive is brought to you by Garmin Electronics. Fight your fish, not your fish finder. TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor. And by Gamakatsu and Power Pole Products and Apparel. Coming up, we're headed to weigh-in.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Things you let me see.
Gamakatsu, the innovation leader in fish hooks, is launching Nano Alpha technology in 2024. Nano Alpha is a new finish available on Gamakatsu's most popular hook styles. It delivers 2 times slicker performance, 4 times better corrosion resistance. Nano Alpha technology makes the world's greatest fish hooks even better in 2024 to help anglers catch more fish.
Welcome back to the Spring Valley Boat Club on the Illinois River. We're down to the final moments in the first stop of the 2023 season. No doubt, it was a tough bite this week, with much of the field just looking to survive and pick up qualifying points needed for the championship this fall on Devil's Lake.
Co-angler and myself both went in today with only 1 fish, starting day 2, so we took a big swing for the fence, and it paid off. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, we got 5 real fast, and then tried to upgrade from there and only upgraded 1 fish, so getting 5 felt pretty good.
Checking the numbers, up for grabs is a near $300,000 purse, including a Mercury-powered Nitro ZV20 plus $15,000 for the top pro and $7,500 for the top finishing co-angler. There's also contingency money to be had. Heading to the scales, McFarland, Wisconsin's Roy Vivian took the early lead when he put 12-13 on the scales for a 2-day total of 20-14. Dwayne Down was up next. Adding 10 pounds, 8 ounces, he'll take over the lead with 21-14. Mark Kortz probably didn't have the day he was hoping for. Adding just over 9 pounds, Mark went on to finish third, earning $17,114 for the week. Local pro JJ DiBernardi stepped up next. Weighing just 3 fish, he stunned the crowd.
11 pounds, 12 ounces, 23 pounds, 3 ounces.
And with that, JJ takes over the lead.
You are leading. You're going to stand right here next to me while we weigh one last angler. Mr. John Hoyer, come on up here. Need a decent weight, really, to take over this top spot. Need 9 pounds, I believe, to take the top spot. 8 pounds and 1 ounce. 8 pounds and 1 ounce. JJ, you just won $15,000 and a brand new Nitro ZV20 with a Mercury Pro XS. You're a champion. Pick up that trophy. JC, congratulations, $7,500. Grab that trophy, hold them up high, step outside, hold them high for everybody to see. Your winners here in Spring Valley for the National Walleye Tour, presented by Progressive.
Started off fantastic. We went up to, we were gonna lock through, go to the next pool up. There was a big barge in the lock, so we couldn't make it through. So I ran over to Lover's Leap, right below the dam. And very first cast of the morning resulted in probably my personal best walleye out of this river. It was a struggle bus from there. The barge moved through, we ended up locking through and running up to my big fish spot from yesterday. The fish were gone. They had dropped the water level 3 feet we hit a couple rocks trying to get to them, and I couldn't make it. So I had to cut left and go to a secondary area where we were able to scratch one little 14-inch sauger. From there, we called the locksmith, came back through, and went back up to the Lover's Leap, and was able to, with about 30 seconds left in my day, my co was able to scratch one more 3-pound walleye, give or take, and we ended up there. We threw the net down, threw everything in the boat, and took off, and made it here just in time.
With his first win on the tour, JJ picks up more than $84,000, including the $500 Garmin tournament reward. On the co-angler side, Jason Bublitz pockets $9,100 and the trophy for his first win.
It's always been a dream. I think every co comes here hoping to learn something. Having just a shot after that first day, as a co, you just want that shot. And sitting, I think I was in 6th after day 1, called my wife, called my family, said, hey, make sure you watch tomorrow. I may have a shot at this, you know, if things turn out. Went to the scales, and when she read over 10, we knew we had it.
And that'll do it from Spring Valley, Illinois and the Illinois River. Join us next time when the NWT launches stop number 2 from Lake Winnebago and Oshkosh, Wisconsin. For tournament information and registration, visit nationalwalleyetour.com.